Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world right here at TAS TV. Join me, LAVIN NYAGOWA, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, but don't fake it. Hey, da kumenya mawado mako. Nani anedera shire. Oh, utani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni. Hello beautiful people, it's another amazing Thursday, and of course when you see me on Thursdays you know that it's time for reality check, and I am here of course to enlighten you, to teach you, to make you better. You see, we have different topics that we discuss on this segment, and today is just another day that we are here to discuss the importance of investing in real estate. And so I have an amazing guest joining me today. He's gonna be introducing himself in a few. So before he does that, please remember to follow TAS TV across all social media platforms. That is TAS TV Official on YouTube, TAS TV on Facebook, www.tastv.co.ke on our website, and TASTV_KE on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. And remember, we also have Instagram thread now, so you can also follow TAS TV at TASTV_KE on that other side of the world. Keep retweeting, keep rethreading. That is the term that we are going to be using now because Twitter tumekimbia kidogo. But yeah guys, remember we also have the Smart Shopper, our sponsors for the longest time. Today our main focus is on this amazing mat that you can use for decor, either in your bedroom, your sitting room, whatever purpose you choose it for. You can always call the number 0798-154-042 to make your order. I am your host LAVIN NYAGOWA, looking forward to an amazing discussion. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming today, for giving us your time. Asante, tumeshukuru.
Thank you very much for inviting me here
Yes.
to come and be part of this wonderful show.
Okay,
Yes.
so please introduce yourself, tell us who you are and a little bit about your company.
Okay, thank you. Hello our viewers, my name is Alex Gitau, the Managing Director, Movitech Real Estate, where we say we make your dreams come true. At Movitech Real Estate we say realize your dream. I look forward to interacting with you people, helping you acquire properties in Kenya, and we gonna be rich, because when it comes to when you talk about real estate, it's all about increasing our value in asset.
Okay, so it's all about increasing our value in asset, and of course we believe in your dreams with Movitech real estate. So when we talk about real estate, a lot of times watu wengi wanasema ama whatever comes to the mind of people ni real estate ni kitu tu ya you know, it's just about houses peke yake, selling and buying houses. So what real estate? Talk to us, define for us what exactly real estate is.
Well, when you talk about real estate, Lavin, we basically refer to any asset that you can buy. Starting from land, because you see the houses that you're talking about, the properties like the one that that is housing our studio today was built on a plot.
Yes.
So the basics of real estate, it's all about land. Then once you buy, you acquire the land, you are able to develop that land. You give it more value, for example, putting up structures like the ones that is housing us today. And by so doing, we say we are achieving our dreams in real estate. And basically when you talk about real estate, it's all about plots, properties, and the buildings on those properties, all on those lands. So basically real estate is a wide topic that entails the land and the buildings.
The land and the buildings. Okay, so in a world where, you know, there's so much about real estate, because currently watu wengi sana, I want to invest in real estate, I want to do this in real estate, I want to buy a house, I want to buy land. You see, all those things are under real estate. So looking at that, how do you evaluate the current market conditions and trends that we have in the real estate industry today?
Well, I would say when it comes to the emerging trends in the real estate, there are so many. And one thing that I like telling people is that since the beginning of times, the size of the area that is being occupied or that has dry land mass is not increasing. But the population on the other end is increasing day in, day out. That tells us that there will be demand for housing, there will be demand for creating more land for people to settle in and all that. And when you're talking about real estate currently, there are so many trends that are coming up, there's so much that is happening in the world of real estate. And what we are doing, we as developers, is trying to do our research very well so that we align ourselves with what is happening in the market. Because if we do not align ourselves, then we might not get to where we're intending. So there is a lot that is happening. There are so many policies that are coming up, they are coming on, and some are affecting us directly, others are affecting us indirectly. Yes.
So when we say some are affecting us directly and some are affecting us indirectly, what are these factors that affect people when it comes to real estate?
Suppose, I'll take you back to where we are in Kenya. Currently, we have two tiers of government, that is the national government and the county government. All these governments are coming up with policies. And these policies will have a trickle-down effect, which might be positive or negative to each and every person. And these will touch both areas, maybe in terms of investment or in terms of not to invest because of the current policies. So when you talk about the two tiers of government, for example, you know, in our system at the moment, we have these initiative that is being presented to us by the government. About the housing, the 3%. The 3% and all that. Actually. So you see, that to us is a plus maybe to the government, but to the real estate investors like us, we are seeing that now the clients that we are looking for are getting another option, but that is not making us to shy off from the market. We are doing our due diligence. We are trying to get or using that policy the government is presenting to us. We are doing our research further so that we can offer something that is better. Because like now, if, for example, you consider what is happening in the education sector, the government is a key stakeholder. But you also have private developers who are doing the same, who are investing in education. And the two are helping us, that is you and I, to get the best services and to have the options of choosing where should I invest or where should I, if it's about education sector, where should my kids go to school. So some of those policies, when they come, they have effects. They might be good, they might be bad. And we as the consumers, that is the general public, it is up to us now to choose where to go. But the floor is wide open. We have what we are presenting to the consumers, and the same case the government. But I don't see a scenario whereby we shall be competing. Because ours is to make your dream
Come
true.
Yeah.
We'll help you realize your dream. We'll help you achieve that which you want, because you know the desire of each and every person has been, how can I own a place that I can call my own?
Yeah.
So if there are so many alternatives that are aiding you to getting there, you better take up the opportunity. And that is how I advise our viewers not to shy off. This is the time to invest.
Okay.
This is the time to go for that which you have been dreaming for. Because, you know, having a decent home, saying that I am the owner of plot A, plot B, no, you feel good. Because by the end of the day, money is everything.
Exactly. Money is everything at the end of the day. So let me take you back a little bit. We were talking about the trends that we have in the market, and you mentioned a few. So how do you make sure that you incorporate these trends, the current trends in the market, when making investment decisions?
Yeah, to take you back a little bit, we mentioned about the two tiers of government. Since we got the Constitution 2010.
Exactly.
You know, much has happened in our country. There were days each and every investor was focusing to come and invest in big towns, that is the capital city, you know, and big towns and all that. But currently, development is cutting across all the sectors, all the areas.
Yeah.
If you consider most of the areas that we, as young developers, we are considering areas that are not very competitive. For example, when you come to Movitech Real Estate, our projects are not in CBD. They are not in Nairobi. But we have opted to go to counties that will give us an option of allowing our clients to acquire a property that is in a developing area at a very cheap price. For example, when you talk about Nairobi, the properties are very expensive.
Exactly.
And you know why? Because that is the capital city of the country. And there is a lot that has happened to make Nairobi what it is today.
Yes.
And that has really brought in huge appreciation. If you consider, for example, what would be the price of about 100 by 100 in Nairobi, it's in tons of millions. But if you come to Ruiru, when you come to Kiambu, when you go to Machakos, when you go to Laikipia, you see, the price will vary. And what is happening in these other areas, because of the government introducing the counter government, these areas are also now developing. If, for example, you consider an area like Matu. Matu is in Machakos County.
Yeah.
Matu is the second largest city in Machakos County, because the first one is Machakos Town. You see now, if you go invest in Machakos, the prices will be slightly higher. But if you come to Matu, the prices will be very low.
Yeah.
By the way, for your surprise, let me tell you, if you come to Movitech Real Estate and you are ready to buy a plot, we'll give you a better option, a better deal at Matu, whereby we are selling to your plot at 270,000, a 50 by 100, near the tarmac road. There is water, there is electricity, and then the proximity to where the project is, that is the Green Gardens Matu, a project by Movitech Real Estate, is not far from the tarmac road, telling you you can access, you can go build your house at the Green Gardens Matu, and then you are able to commute because there is good roads, good roads brought by the national government and also the county government. Electricity still funded by the two governments. So you see, when you talk about these threats that are coming in, we see that they are really making the places that we are not accessible to become more accessible.
Okay. So maybe just give us a little bit background history about Movitech properties. We want to know, where did you start? How did you get to where you are now? What is that, for how long have you been in this field? You say, please.
Wow, thank you. Let me take a minute or two and take you back to the original, to the genesis of Movitech Real Estate. Movitech Real Estate is a company or it's a real estate developer with a vision of ensuring that each and every Kenyan can get a place or own a property in Kenya and own that property in a very simple way. We started our journey long time back. I remember when we were about to start the process, we took our time to do our background check. We were together with my colleague directors. So, in the year 2021, that is when we started working on how we can have a registered company.
Yes.
But surprisingly, it took time because, you know, raising the funds and you are not intending to look for people to come invest in the company. It took us time. So in the year 2022, we did the registration, but officially we started operation in the year 2023. Registration was done in the year 2022, and we started our operations in the year 2023. So you can see it took us a lot of time to do our research very well and ensure that everything is set. So when we started our company, we went to the best towns. For example, we got an office in one of the big town in Thika. That is where we are located. We are located in a place called Jomoko. Yeah, that is on exit 17 for those of us who are commuters or those who are of us using the Thika Superhighway. At Jomoko on exit 17, that is where we have Thika West Center. That is where we are located on the 5th floor, suite 510B. If you come there, you'll find the office of Movitech Real Estate. And from there, you'll be able to access all the projects that you're selling. Currently, we have 3 projects that we're selling. And the 2 projects, one is in Kiambu, and then the other one is in Machakos County. In Kiambu, we have project in Juja Farm, whereby we are selling to you a project that we are calling Taifa Gardens, whereby we have plots selling as low as 650,000. And what I tell my dear investors, don't shy off because of saying that the price is too high. Maybe you might say that 650,000 is too high.
It's a lot.
But let me tell you, it's a lot. But with Movitech Real Estate, we have given you an opportunity, we have given you a chance to come see the project that we're selling to you. If it is of interest to you, you can reserve the plot by doing a simple deposit of 50,000, and then the balance you pay in 6 months. Yeah, the other project that we have is in Machakos County, one in Kidimani town, whereby we are selling to you a project that we have given a name, Olive Gardens Kidimani. And that project we are selling to you a plot of 50 by 100 at 250,000. The same procedure applies. You can do a deposit and then the balance in 6 months. And then we have the third project, which is Green Gardens, Matu. This one we are selling to you at 270,000 Kenya shillings. You do the deposit of 50,000 and then the balance in 6 months. So we encourage investors, however maybe small in terms of age you could be, in terms of the retro income that you could be having or the match income that you could be having. Start the process. And by the moment when you're doing that simple deposits, actually you get to be surprised that you have completed paying the first plot and now you're even going to the second. So I encourage every person, every viewer who could be interested to come buy a plot from us. Welcome.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is the background story of Movitech Real Estate. So now that you officially started your operations in 2023, January, I believe.
February.
Yes. So what are some of the strategies that you have put in place or you have implemented to make sure that you maximize the returns that you have, and of course mitigate the risks that come with investing in real estate? Because we've seen certain properties, certain property or real estate companies with so many cases of, you know, fraud and all that.
Sure. With that, I'll tell you what we do at Movitech Real Estate.
Yes.
We do a due diligence because, you see, I will not feel good saying that I came to you, told you that you can buy a plot, and then 2 years down the line or 3 years down the line, it is coming to our surprise that that lot was not to be sold. So what we normally do for us, we do due diligence.
Yes.
doing that as such to ensure that the property is being sold by the person purporting to sell to us, and then we use the legal process of acquiring that property.
Yeah.
We ensure that all the structures are well put in place, because if we don't do that, you see, when you're buying a parcel of land, and I would like to tell everybody, buying a property is not like buying a blade, whereby you just pop into the shop and you buy your plot, or you buy your blade and then you walk out.
And you walk out,
No, that one does not happen in the real estate. In real estate, you have to do a thorough search.
Yeah.
Involving the government agencies entitled to ensure that you get the real or the true history of the plot or the land in question.
Yeah.
So that you're able to buy a good land. Then the other thing, after doing your thorough search and then you have done everything, you have done the subdivision and everything, it is also important to ensure you do not do double allocation. Another instance whereby so many people have been, I'll talk about being conned.
Being conned, yeah.
Yeah, they have been conned because one property was sold to 10 people.
To 10 people.
And then they were issued with title deeds to the same property.
Yeah.
So when time comes, everybody is there saying, this is my property, I have the documents.
Yeah.
We do not do that. We ensure that if you mark a plot, that becomes your personal plot, and then we give you the necessary paperwork so that you can go do your individual search. And also, I also tell people, if I take you for a site visit, for example, we do our site visits every Wednesday and every Thursday. So whenever we take you for a site visit, so you have known the place.
Yes.
Take your time. Go now talk to the residents who will tell you whether the property being sold belongs to the guys who brought you to the site. And by so doing, you'll get report from the locals.
Yeah.
And secondly, do your due diligence from the government agencies.
Yes.
If you do that, I can assure you, you will you'll be at 100% confident that the property that you're buying it genuinely from the genuine owners.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So we are headed on a short commercial break, but remember we still have Mr. Alex Gitau with us. So in case you have any questions concerning the importance of investing in real estate, then definitely this is the right time to ask your question. When you come back from the short break, we're going to be starting with the questions from the comment section before we get back to the questions that, of course, I prepared to ask on your behalf. So see you in a bit.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, ndakumenya mawazo mako. Nani anedera shire. Oh, rutani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, 2nd floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Lotko barabara ya MKU. Tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent. Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, LAVIN NYAGOWA, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then. Welcome guys, thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you so much for choosing TAS TV. Remember, we are having a Movitech Real Estate on set, in studio. They're taking us through, of course, the importance of investing in real estate. That is the topic in case you're just joining us now. This episode, do not forget, it's courtesy of the Smart Shopper. We have this amazing mat that you can use for your bedroom or your sitting room or as a decor piece on one of your seats, depending on what purpose you'd love to use it for. Definitely it's a good mat that you can buy. So call the number 0798154042 to make your order. Just to read a few comments, thank you so much to everyone who's here watching us, and of course when you watch them, may comment. So just to read a few. Katoni watching from Machakos, Imacha tuned in from Thika for an informative show on real estate. Asante. We have Jenna tuned from Nanyuki. Wamboi tuned in. Asante. Freda, what are some of the potential appreciation opportunities in real estate? I think I'm just going to read through all the comments and then we come back and start answering one by one. Is that okay?
Very much okay.
Okay, so we have Virginia tuned in. Herbert, how long does it take to sell a property in the current market? Josephine, I think most of these are just questions. Stamwar tuned in from Muranga. Roslyn Mokame, does inflation occur in real estate? Prince S, is real estate marketable? Frederick Morara tuned in from Syokimau. Rachel Kamau, I love the show. Thank you. Dominic Mwangi, this is great. So just to get back to the questions, the first person is Herbert, who's asked, how long does it take to sell property in the current market?
Well, when it comes to selling the property, it all depends.
Yes.
You know, when you're buying a property, you buy a property based on two factors. One, you're either buying a property for immediate development,
Yes.
or you're buying a property for speculation. If you're buying a property for speculation, then this is where you buy a property, you wait for it to appreciate, and then sell at a higher value.
Yeah.
So the duration of those two property varies, because if, for example, it is about us, we are buying properties with the view of selling to people who may either build on them,
Yeah.
or either wait for price appreciation. Because remember, any asset that you buy, particularly property,
Yes.
that is an asset, that is a large, maybe a plot, it will take time, but by the end of the day, the price will appreciate, or the property will appreciate.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you bought a property at maybe 300,000, 2 years down the line, with the development taking place, maybe there was no electricity when you were buying the property, the electricity is now connected, there was no good roads, the roads are done.
Yeah.
With time, that property will appreciate. So when you are buying a property, there are only two factors that may make you to consider buying a property. Either you are buying for immediate development, or you are buying that property with a view of waiting for the price to appreciate.
Okay.
And the same case happens to the end user.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that also answers another question. What are some of the potential appreciation opportunities in real estate? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Josephine asked, are there any local regulations that I should be aware of before purchasing a property?
Yeah, there are several. There are several.
Yeah.
One, I'll take you back to what I had mentioned earlier on.
Yes.
That whenever you are buying a property, you must identify who is the real owner of that property.
Exactly.
If you don't take your thorough study to understand who is the real owner of the property, then chances are you might buy a property that does not exist. And that is what has happened with many investors who have bought properties without identifying who are the real owners. And when you buy a property that you have not identified who is the real owner, chances are you are losing your money.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we have Eric Naenjoy Show nikiwa Nax Vegas. Thank you so much. We have Christine Musioka. How does real estate investing provide opportunities for wealth accumulation and financial freedom?
Wow.
Such an interesting question.
Very interesting question.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see what she's trying to inquire is how does it mean when you have a property, you have that financial freedom.
Yeah.
Let me take her back to what we had mentioned.
Yes.
We buy properties so that they can appreciate. Remember, all other forms of investments are good. I cannot say that they're not good. But it is only in real estate whereby you invest and you have a tangible asset.
Yeah.
You get it? If you go, for example, buy shares from a company, those shares are not tangible.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, if you come buy a property, you can add value to that property, making it better and making it to have a higher value than you bought it at.
Yeah.
For example, from the study, it has been said that most of the billionaires in the world, they had the tendency of buying houses that were not well kept. They would renovate the houses, and those houses would fetch more money.
Yeah.
If, for example, you come from us, you buy maybe 1 acre.
Yeah.
All right? And then you think of setting up a garden in that area. You come plant your flowers, you manicure the vegetation on that, right, and then all that. And then you make it a leisure garden.
Yeah.
What will that mean? You are still the owner of that property,
Exactly.
but that property is generating income for you. If you buy a property from us, you build a rental house or plots and all that, By the end of the day, you'll be earning income out of it.
Yeah.
So what will that one mean? You already have an asset that can generate income for you, and yet you remain the owner of that property.
Yes.
And remember, in asset, in property management,
Yeah.
any property that you have, it is the only business that can run without strict supervision. Today, if you set up a hotel, you have to ensure that you're getting daily report of what is happening.
Of what is happening.
If you put up an electronic shop, you have to get daily updates of what is happening. But what if you buy land? That land will keep on making money when you are not there.
Exactly.
When you build a plot on that land that you bought from Movitech Real Estate, and then you have your rental houses, you start earning your monthly income from the tenants.
Yeah.
And yet you're not there. So by so saying, I hope we are answering her question. How real estate can make you get that financial freedom. Yes.
So yes, it comes with, you know, money. Sure. So Roslyn Mukami is asking, does inflation occur in real estate?
Definitely that one does not happen in real estate. Because you see, for example, when you buy a property, come rain, come sunshine, it is not possible for you to come buy a plot from Movitech Real Estate, and I've seen many investors doing that. You can buy a plot, and then you tell me, Bona Getao, or Bona Alex,
yes,
retain the title, maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, will sell the plot for me, because I'm not intending to go build in Machakos, because I've already built maybe my home in Nairobi or other places. So if we resell that plot on your behalf, we give you more money than the money you had invested to us. So despite what is happening with the economic rates, maybe the inflation and all that, with properties, they keep on appreciating.
Okay.
Yes.
So Katoni is asking, can you explain the concept of leverage in real estate investing and how it can enhance returns?
Talking about returns, I think that question is in the mind of every person. Everybody wants to know, how much can I make? How much can I make? How much can I get? But I will tell them, whoever wants to invest in real estate, there is one trait that makes people become rich. Being patient. Being patient. And this is a concept that I also became a consumer, because sometimes back, my mom, my mother, through the ASACO, she works with the government organization. So through the ASACO, they went to Vika, a place that are not disclosed because of some other reasons. They bought properties. And by then, those properties we are selling at that 5,000. Some few years down the line, because of the development that was brought in by the government, their precision was too much. And along the way, she was able to release that property because of other demands in financial, you know, in life, you buy property so that you can have financial freedom, is what one of the questions that we are coming. So along the way, she was able to release one of the property. Can you guess how much money she was able to release the property?
A lot.
A lot. She was able to make 1 million.
Nice.
So out of that 5,000, you are able to make 1 million. Comfortably. You have not been on that property every now and then, but all of a sudden you have been able to make good return. I don't believe there is any business that you can do that can give you good money like real estate. You can buy property today, 2 years down the line, or even in the same year. Their position comes in because of what the county governments are doing, and then all of a sudden, the plot that you had bought at 270, you can get for your 500 comfortably. Money without hassle. So tell her, or tell him, whoever is inquiring about the returns and all that, tell them, the best investment that you can do is only in real estate. That is the only business. If you want to get money, in simple way, come to real estate. You buy a plot worth the 250,000, be patient for 1 year, 2 years, and then you'll see that your property will give you good money. Despite what is happening with the inflation and all that. You will get your money, double or even triple.
So we have Prince is asking, is real estate marketable? I think from the descriptions and the answers that you've given previously, that answers that as well.
Sure.
Yes. So I think for now, those are the comments that we have. Thank you so much to everyone who's commented. Thank you so much to everyone who's sent in their feedback. So away from that, let's now look at some of the criteria that you use when selecting a potential property or investment areas.
Good. So what we normally do, we try to keep our antennae well connected.
Yes.
We get to see where are we going to buy properties, properties that will appreciate within the shortest time possible. Because you see, for us, we're in the business of making money. And we make money by advising our clients in the right way.
Yes.
So what we normally do, we check on the potential either where the government is intending to do big projects, or where we know the demand for that property that we are selling to you will be higher, depending on various dynamics that we consider. For example, we may consider the level of the growth that has taken place at the moment, and what we anticipate will be happening in that place in the next 2 or 3 years.
3 years.
For example, one of the factors that we considered when we were doing our project in Juja Farm, we had done a good research to identify which is these upcoming towns that that surrounds Nairobi, and then are they accessible from where we are? If you consider, for example, the case of Juja Farm, today as you speak, we have matatus that have their route all the way from Juja Farm to Nairobi. Comfortably paying maybe 70 bob or 80 bob. But maybe because of the fuel price and all that, maybe the price might go to 100. But you can imagine paying, let's say you are working in Nairobi and you are spending 200 shillings on fare to and from. And then you are living in your own area, your own home. Don't you consider that to be a plus?
It is.
Because you see, one, there is that element of that you have settled your family in a peaceful environment. An area that is not congested. An area that has good tarmac road, the area that has electricity and has everything. Schools are there, hospitals are there, so you don't have to hustle. So if you go invest in Juja Farm, you will be able to work comfortably because Juja Farm is not far away from Thika Superhighway. With Thika Superhighway, you can either go to Thika, go to Murang'a, or even go to Nairobi without a lot of hassle. So we do our research very well to ensure that the properties that we are inviting buyers to come buy are properties that will give them a return. Yes.
Okay. So away from that, talking about due diligence, what are some of the things that you can discuss about the due diligence process when evaluating a real estate investment, aside from, of course, knowing the original owner of the potential property or land that you'd love to sell?
Good. We basically involve the Ministry of Lands because you see the Ministry of Lands, they have a lot of information. They are like how we are on this studio. From where we are, people are able to see us very well. But they don't know what is happening behind the scene. So with the Minister of Land, they are able to know what has happened on that property since the current owner purporting to sell it intends to sell it. So we do our due diligence by conducting a land search. And land search simply involves going to the Minister of Land and presenting your necessary documents, and then you say that you want to get the report from the ministry about the information of the land in question. So that is the basic due diligence that one should do. You should visit the Minister of Land and inquire about the genuinity of the land in question.
So talking about the getting land, and you're a real estate, you've sold land already. So how do I make sure that I have, suppose it's a property, of course I'll need a title deed. So how do I make sure that, this title deed really has my name?
Well, by the way, I had forgotten to mention to you that when you come to us, that is Movitech Real Estate, we will give you a copy of the title deed of the property that we are intending to sell to you. Then, once we give you the copy, we will mark on it that that document, that copy, is meant to be used for such purposes only. So we'll just share with you the copy, you go do your due diligence search. And then after you confirm that the land is genuine and it is available, you just do the payment and all that. Then after that, we shall give you your title deed in 30 days. Because in most of our projects, we are only doing transfers. Transfers don't take long, particularly in Kiambu and Machakos. But when you go to Nairobi, because of the complexity and the lot of issues happening in Nairobi, remember Nairobi is our capital city, there is a lot. But in these other places, that is Kiambu County and Machakos, we don't hassle a lot. So we will ensure that you'll get a title with your name. And then now we can tell you the same property that you intended to sell to you has your name. If you wish to go do your search, go do your search. And you'll see that the search that you'll be given will be bearing your name, saying that that land belongs to you.
Okay.
Yes.
So talk to us about the challenges that you face as real estate investors in the field of real estate.
Well, there's so many challenges, and these challenges, they touch a lot, mainly depending on the policies that we as a country go through, the policies that are put to us, the policies that we are told we have to abide to. For example, one of the challenges that is hitting us very hard is the cost of fuel. I remember we do our site visit, and all our site visits have been free for quite a long time. And now we are considering that to become a huge expense to the company. So my dear viewers and dear investors, when you come to our offices and we tell you today, when you're going to the site visit, you'll have to contribute a little bit. Kindly bear with us because life is changing a lot. So those are some of the challenges that we are experiencing. The cost of land business is becoming very expensive.
It's becoming very expensive.
But we are not giving up. We are even stronger than we were because we know that the journey is not for the faint-hearted. So you have to be strong.
You have to be strong.
You have to be strong.
And you have to work
towards what you want. You have to. Giving up is not an option.
Yes.
So there are so many challenges, one of them being the fuel and all that. But any challenge that comes along our way, we have a good team. People who are able to do research, people who are able to find out which are the best options that we can use so that we are able to achieve our end goal. So in as much as there's the hard side of it, of course there's also the greener side of it. Because everything in land, just as you said from your own words, land appreciates, real estate appreciates, Okay, so we are coming to the end of today's episode. But before we do that, please talk to us about the current, projects that you have that potential buyers should look into. As I had mentioned sometimes back, I want to remind you that we have projects that we are selling to you. One of the projects is Kidimani. Kidimani, we have Olive Gardens in Kidimani, a project that we are selling to you at 250,000, whereby you want to do a deposit of 50,000 and then the balance you pay in 6 months. Then the other project is the Green Gardens, Matu, whereby we are selling to you a plot of land at 270,000, whereby you only do a deposit of 50,000 and then the balance in 6 months. And then we have the Taifa Gardens. Taifa Gardens is in Juja, whereby we are selling to you a 50 by 100 plot at 650,000. You do a deposit of 50,000 and then the balance in 6 months. All these projects are available. You can come to our offices. We are located at the Thika West Center, 5th floor, suite 510B, whereby you'll find us there. You can also reach us through our contact, which is 0708 77 8077. I repeat again. 0708 77 8077. You can also visit our website, which is www.movitech.co.ke. www.movitech.co.ke. you can also like and follow all our social media platforms. When you go to YouTube, we are there. When you go to TikTok, we are there. When you go to Facebook, we are there. With the name Movitech Real Estate.
Yes.
Like, subscribe so that you'll be getting our information on our YouTube channel and also on our TikTok channel, and we shall communicate over there. You can also write to us an email. Remember, we are in the digital world.
Exactly.
Whereby everything that is happening, we do it online. You can write to us an email inquiring about our properties on info@movitech.co.ke.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So you've heard the good news. They have properties that they're selling, 50,000 deposit, the rest you finish in 6 months. So that's actually a really nice deal. So that has been it for today's episode. What am I taking home? When you want to invest in real estate, you have to be patient and you have to work towards what you want, because real estate appreciates every time, every day, every year, depending on what exactly you invested in. So that's been it for today's episode. I have been your host, LAVIN NYAGOWA, and this has been a Reality Check.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, da kumenya mawazo makuu. Nani anadera shida? Oh, rutani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.